What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of The First 15, the series where I give you guys the first 15 minutes of a fragrance, and boy, do I have a good one for you guys today. This is a brand new fragrance. Some people are going to ask me, why didn't you do a full review with the update? Because I don't have a bottle, guys. I have a decant, and I try to keep my other full-length reviews for the bottle and the box and whatnot. Now, I am going to show you guys the bottle and the box. I do have some B footage that a friend of mine let me borrow for this video, but I was really just wanting to get my nose on this one as soon as I could. I didn't want to wait for the bottle, and so I will show you guys what the bottle looks like here in a minute. But it is the newest release from the house of by Kilian. It is called Angel Share. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. So yeah, this is, you guys know Kilian Hennessy. He is related to the Hennessy family. I believe they make whiskey and alcohol and whatnot, liquor. And so if you guys know some of his other releases, a lot of them are alcohol related. We'll name a couple here. He does have a single malt, which is supposed to resemble whiskey, apple brandy, which is an apple brandy, vodka on the rocks, which is vodka on the rocks, Straight to Heaven, which is supposed to be, I believe, rum. Taste of Heaven, I believe, is supposed to be absinthe. Lemon Inzest is supposed to be an Italian liqueur called limoncello. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, lots of alcohol-related fragrances. A lot of these are really, really good. I've owned most of these. I actually own apple brandy right now. Anyway, but I really, really fell in love with this idea for this fragrance because this is from the Liquors collection, which I guess all those could be considered Liquors collection. But there is another one called Roses on Ice as well. There's two in this line so far. So what really caught my attention firstly with this fragrance was the presentation, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that right now. But yeah, as you guys can see, it comes in this nice black box, different from the other boxes in the line, and it comes in this really cool, looks like a whiskey glass, which is really cool, like a Art Deco type of whiskey glass, which is great. We're just missing a little bit of ice in there. We got a nice heavy thick cap, which I believe is going to be probably plastic. I'm going to assume they're not going to make that glass. But yeah, just a really good looking bottle there. I guess it's supposed to resemble whiskey, a whiskey glass. There's a top there. There's a K in that atomizer there. We have a gold atomizer, and good news, guys, this one does unscrew like the other ones in the line, so it is refillable. So you can see that gold atomizer, and you can also see the gold label there that say Angel Share by Kilian. But great presentation from the House of Kilian. So Angel Share from the House of Kilian is a Oriental vanilla fragrance released in 2020. The nose behind this fragrance is Benoist La Pausa. It is an eau de parfum concentration. The notes for this fragrance, in the top we have cognac, in the mid we have oak absolute, cinnamon, and tonka absolute. In the base, run things off with sandalwood, praline, and vanilla. But yeah, so here is the bottle. Shout out to my good buddy who hooked me up with this decant. I will put his name down in the credits for hooking me up with that video as well. But yeah, looking forward to trying this fragrance. Again, I love Kilian. I only own a couple now. I used to own like 10. If you guys look at my my old Kilian video from a few years ago, I had like 15 or 20 or something in my collection. But yeah, you know, Oriental Vanilla is obviously going to be a very sweet fragrance. I was hoping it was going to be like a, I guess he's already done a lot of like whiskey and rummy type of more realistic type liquors, so I'm guessing this one's going to be a little bit sweeter. It is an Oriental Vanilla, so I'm guessing it's going to be very sweet. You know, especially with the tonka bean and the vanilla and the praline. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this fragrance a first impression. Now I do have a slight, my allergies are kicking up today, but I do think I have enough left in the old nose to get a good feel for this one. Not going to do an update unless, you know, I just happen to come back. We'll see if maybe I'll surprise you guys at the end, who knows, and give you guys an update on this one, but really just looking forward to trying this one. So here's a clean hand, a couple sprays. Okay. Yeah, very sweet. Very sweet and woody. Something in this reminds me of Herod. It has a bit of that cherry type of feel to it. Yeah, again, this isn't like supposed to be a tobacco fragrance, but something in this gives me that sweet cherry tobacco type of vibe, even though there's no tobacco in this. This is very sharp, very sweet and woody, and almost cherry, like cherry tobacco, cherry liqueur type of feel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's my allergies right now, but that's what I'm getting right now. I kind of want to say it reminds me a little bit of like that cherry note that I'm getting. Is sort of like lost cherry mixed with oak, or like the wood notes with some vanilla to give it some sweetness, some oriental vanilla-ness. Some gourmandness. Maybe the tonka bean absolute is giving it that cherryness, because I know that tonka bean can sometimes give that off. Yeah, tonka bean can sometimes give off a cherry vibe in there. I believe Tonka Imperial from Guerlain really has that cherry tobacco thing because of that tonka bean, and I believe there's some tobacco and a couple of others, some almond I think is in that one. But yeah, not a bad fragrance. Definitely liking this one. Besides the fact that it sort of reminded me a little bit of like Harriet, it was more just that cherry vibe that I got. And again, I don't know where that's coming from. I guess I have to look into cognac. I don't really know a lot about cognac. I thought cognac was just another form of whiskey. I could be wrong. I'm a beer drinker, guys. I don't know really much about liquor. Yeah, but right now I'm getting almost like a cough syrupy vibe. Woody, cherry, sharp, sweet, slightly gourmandish fragrance. But not bad. I think this is like $290. I'll put the information down here how much it costs, but it is a 50 ml bottle, and I want to say it was like $225 maybe, something like that for 50 ml. Definitely going to be a fragrance for collectors, because one, that presentation was awesome. I kind of want to get a bottle just to have that, but this isn't a bad fragrance. Doesn't remind me of too much. That cherry note reminded me of a couple of things here and there, but not like solid to where I couldn't purchase this one separately. But it smells nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of tonka bean, so I can definitely get the tonka very, very strong in this one. So in the air, I bet this is going to smell awesome. Sometimes tonka bean can come off as like gourmandy, but with this like cherry note, it's kind of sharper with the wood notes. It's gonna be nice. I believe this is supposed to be unisex, and I guess it sort of is with that the sweetness in there. But with the wood note, with the oak, I believe it makes it lean towards the guys on this one. But again, it's just my opinion. Yeah, this one's getting very, very woody right now. I'm really liking this oak note in this. I don't think I smell oak in too many fragrances. It slightly reminds me of cedar, but it's definitely not cedar. The oak is, it's nice. Yeah, I definitely kind of want to give this one a few more wearings. The tonka bean in this definitely reminds me of like Fève Délicieuse. Like I said, Tonka Imperial. That cherry note sort of reminds me of like getting a Fève Délicieuse or Tonka Imperial and mixing it with like Lost Cherry. If you were to get those and mix it with Lost Cherry, you might have this fragrance. Again, this is just a first impression, guys. Don't kill me in the comments. I know we all have different noses. We all have different experiences. And maybe it's the allergies. My nose might be slightly off. Am I getting the fullness of this fragrance? But that's what I'm getting right now. Not a bad fragrance. Rose is all nice. Really didn't appeal to me just because of the name. I'm not a big fan of rose. I have like maybe one or two rose fragrances in my collection, and that's about it. So if they don't smell like those, then I'm not really going to want it. But this one right now is not bad. Definitely think it's a solid release from Kilian. It's definitely strong. I think you're going to get good performance out of this one. Yeah, so to round things out, I'm going to say this is boozy, a cherry vibe, a woody vibe, spicy from the cinnamon, spicy a little bit woody from that, woody from the oak, gourmandy, if not slightly with that cherry note from the tonka bean. The sandalwood is nice. The praline's there to help that vanilla, kind of give it more of a sweetness along with that vanilla. Good fragrance, guys. This is a solid release from Kilian, and I'm glad I finally got my nose on it. Everyone's blowing this one up, talking about this one in FragCom. And I got a good deal on a 5 ml decant, so really happy I got to try this one. So to surmise, I'm going to say Lost Cherry mixed with Tonka Imperial, or Fève Délicieuse mixed with Lost Cherry. That's just right now, guys. That could change, obviously. Yeah, so if anyone out there tried Angel's Chair from the House of Kilian, if you have, let me know your experience with this fragrance down in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.